All right, guys, we're going to start seated in hero's pose. If you have a block or a cushion near you, you can sit on top of that to bring your hips a little bit higher. Just lengthen up tall through the crown of the head. Start to become aware of the parts of your body that are grounding and pressing into your mat. Inhale, draw the arms, reach and lengthen through the fingers, lift and open up to the chest. Then lowering the left hand down, right arm, side body stretch, lengthen, roll the shoulders back. Inhale, come up tall in the center. Exhale to the other side. Inhale, tall in the center. Hands behind the back, knuckles reach down, heart, chest, open up. Release, lengthen and back up tall. Hands and jelly mudra, heart center, and we're coming on to tabletop hands and knees. Setting the blocker or the pillow to the side, strong into your hands. As you inhale, cat and cows, opening up through the chest, and exhale, we round into cat. Just starting to warm up through the spine, movement and breath flowing together. Coming back to that neutral spine, we're going left hand forward, right leg out, reach and lengthen. Let the neck lengthen, the crown of the head to reach forward. On our exhale, it's elbow and knee draw in. Inhale, reach and lengthen it out. At any time you want to close your eyes, working on that proprioception, that feedback of your body in space. One more round here. Inhale, reach and lengthen it out. Left hand coming to the floor, that modified side plank, heart stacks up towards the ceiling, shoulders open. Top hand coming forward over your ear. Inhale, bring it up high to the center. Exhale, back into our tabletop cat and cow. Inhale, chest opens up. Round as you exhale. Neutral spine, we're going right hand forward, left leg rack. Reach and lengthen. Elbow, knee, draw in. Inhale and extend. Exhale as you draw to center. Inhale and reach. Right hand down to the floor. Modified side plank. That back leg can be up, it can be down. Top arm coming forward over your ear. Bringing it back to center. Tabletop, and we're going to come into a hover. Just lifting the knees a couple inches off the mat. Press strong into your arms. Option to stay as you are, or that right knee draws in. Bring it back. Left knee draws in. Bring it back. Downward dog, hips lift. Let the head hang heavy, the spine to lengthen. Softening the knees. If you have tightness in the hamstrings, going to let those hips reach up. Push into the mat. Ground down through your hands. Feet to hands. Half lift, heart, chest opens. Fold. Inhale, root to rise, extended mountain, stand tall. Exhale, fold. Half. Plank and pause. We're going to be here for a few breaths. You can be on knees, you can be on toes. Active in your hands, your arms, chest, core, and legs. Elbows draw back as you chatter. I'm going to lower. Upward dog, we inhale. Downward dog. That victorious breath, that ujjayi breath. Exhale, let it go. Hold the exhale. Feet to hands. Half. Fold. Root to rise, stand tall. Fold. Half. Plank and pause. Push the mat away. Try not to let those shoulder blades drop in together. We want to press up and strong. Chaturanga. Upward dog. Downward dog, hips up and back. Two breaths here. Feet to hands. lift, fold. Root to rise, stand tall, fold. Half, plank and hold. Chaturanga, upward dog, downward dog. We're going to right leg in the air, reach it up and back, lengthen through the hips. Right foot top of the mat, warrior one, backbends one. That left foot can go a little wider, heel can press and ground out into the floor. Mine's not going to go there today. Inhale, draw the arms, reach up overhead, or those hands can be down. Either way, the chest is open. Thumbs are drawing back. The more you bend into that front knee, the more strength it's going to take. So we're bending into that front leg, the tailbone reaching and lengthening down towards the floor. One more breath here. Reach and chaturanga. Upward dog, inhale. Downward dog. We're going left leg in the air, reach it up and back. First time teaching with AirPods. Bring it forward, backbends, warrior one. Right foot again can be as wide as you need it to be. Left knee bending forward and strong. Allowing the shoulders maybe to open up towards the front. Thumbs draw back, chest opens, bend strong into that front leg. Notice the grounding in both feet. We're active in those quads, we're pressing and strong. Inhale, the hands reach. Exhale, hands down, chaturanga. Down dog. It'll help us get a little bit more balance in our downward dog as we keep reaching to adjust those AirPods. Feet to hands. Half. Fold. Root to rise. We're going to lower down into Utkatasana chair. Bringing those arms out to your side, 90, cactus. Tailbone still lengthening down towards the floor. Bend into those knees and we'll press. Inhale and open. Exhale, press. Movement and breath. And fold. Half lift, inhale. Plank on the exhale. Up dog. Down dog. Right leg going up and back. Maybe it's a scorpion option. Heel pulling in towards your opposite glute. Right foot coming forward. Opening backbends, warrior two. Back heel pressing in strong. Reach long through your arms. Let's go palms up. Shoulders roll back. Tailbone still lengthening down. Peaceful warrior flow. The next time we come into peaceful warrior, pause and hold. Reach those arms back out long. Shift your weight into that front right leg. We're going single leg balance, top of the mat. Floating half moon. Maybe the hips and the shoulders are stacking. If you need that hand on something below you for a balance, that's an option. Reach back through that back leg like you're pressing it forward, back into the wall. Hands are coming down to the floor, standing half legs, or standing half split. Strong and grounded, still into that right foot. We're gonna lift our torso, lift your chest, float it up. Backbends, warrior three. Option for those hands, they stay reaching forward, or on your inhale, the fingertips come to tap at the front. Exhale, draw the shoulders back. Strong in your leg, inhale, the arms reach. Exhale and back. Hold it back. Warrior 3, pause, strong and grounded into your leg, lengthening through the spine. Take a breath. Inhale, we're gonna go root to rise, that left knee drawing in towards your chest. Option to keep it a knee or extend that leg forward. Release and set it down, root to rise. Fold, half, chaturanga. Upward dog, inhale. Downward dog. Left leg going in the air, reach it up. Maybe it's a scorpion. Left foot top of the mat, Warrior 2. Palms up, reach and lengthen through your arms. Strong in that front quad, pressing through that back leg. Peaceful warrior flow. Pause in that peaceful warrior. Shift your weight to that front left leg, Warrior 2. Coming forward into our single leg balance, half moon. Left leg grounded and strong. That right hand can be on your hip or it can be reaching up towards the ceiling. Shoulders are stacking, hips are stacking. Your modification or your variation is to gonna grab a block or something beside you to press into. Still reach and lengthen through that back leg. Hands are coming down to the floor, standing half split. You decided those hands are gonna walk in farther. Again, that block's there if you need it. You can reach and press into the block. You can grab one hand behind, draw yourself in a little farther. And then we're gonna use our strength to lift ourselves back into our Warrior 3. Strong and grounded into that left leg, crown of the head reaching forward. Option to stay, or as we inhale, we tap those fingers. Exhale, roll it back. Inhale and forward. Pause and hold. Coming up tall with that right knee in towards your torso. Option to keep it a knee or extend that leg out. Release it down, root to rise, fold, half lift, plank, chaturanga, up dog, inhale, down dog. Going right leg in the air. Again, it can be a scorpion dog, it can be a flip dog, a wild thing, whatever's in your practice today. If you're in that flip dog, we're going reach, pull, reach and pull. Reach and lengthen it out. Bring it back. Meeting Amber.Gerkin 2, Warrior 2 at the top. Peaceful warrior. Straighten through that front leg. Float it forward, triangle. That right hand can be down by your knee, your shin, your thigh. Roll the shoulders open. Lift up through those left fingertips. Hands are coming to your hips. We're going to turn the feet forward, fold forward. From here, you've got some options. If it's an option to bring your head down to the floor, you can bring your head down to the floor and float those legs up. Or you can bring it more narrow, bring your feet in, head still coming down to the floor. Working on tripod, maybe with knees on elbows. If you have those legs lifted, you can try doing one leg. Make sure you do both sides. One side may be easier than the other. Strong and grounded through your legs. Hands on hips, flat back, that torso lifts up top. Turn it back to the top, Amber.Gerkin, warrior two. Side angle, that right forearm is gonna lower down. Left arm can reach up and over. Roll the shoulders back, chest open. That hand can stay there for support, or it can reach forward. Peaceful warrior, inhale. Chaturanga. Up dog. Down dog. We're going on left leg in the air. Again, it could be a scorpion dog, flip dog, wild thing, your variation. If you have that hand, or if you're in that flip dog, option to bring that hand up towards the ceiling for reach and pull. Two more here. Unflip, bring it back to the center. Amber.Gerkin, warrior two at the top. Reach and lengthen through your arms. Peaceful warrior, inhale. Reach and lengthen that leg back. Float it forward, Trikonasana triangle. Lowering left hand down towards the floor, right arm reach and lengthen up towards the ceiling. Hands on hips. Bring those toes forward for your straddle fold. Head can hang, arms can come into that bind behind you. If that's not a good option, hands can be at hips. They can make a box. Hands to the floor. Work on Skandasana to the back foot. So walking your hands towards that back foot, maybe hips come towards heels. Those left toes can lift up towards the ceiling. And Skandasana at the top of the mat. One side may be easier than the other. Option to lift those back toes. Also option to lift your arms. Bring hands back to the center. Hands back to your hips. Flat back, inhale, that torso lifts up nice and tall. Amber.Gerkin, warrior two. Peaceful warrior. Side angle. The left forearm can support on that leg, or it can reach, lengthen through that top hand, keep bending into the front knee. Pressing through that back leg. Peaceful warrior, inhale. Plank. Chaturanga. We're going to lower all the way down to your mat. Bring your hands at your side. Fingers and toes reach back. Heart, chest, open up. And releasing it down. Option to stay with that variation, or hands behind your back. Inhale, up and hold. And release. Option to stay with either of those, or floor bow. Heels come in towards your hips. Hold on to ankles, shins. On your press, you're pressing the feet into the hands, the hips into the floor. Heart shines, chest opens. Release it down. Release the feet down. Keeping a hand at that end if you want, just roll over onto your back. Strong into your feet. We're going to keep the bottom ribs pulling in, so some engagement in the core. Belly button draws in towards spine, and it's either bridge or wheel. If you're in bridge pose, you can roll those shoulders underneath, maybe catch a bind. Release and lower it down. Take a breath. Feel your ribs, your diaphragm expand. Option for bridge or wheel. If you're coming into wheel, those hands are coming by your ears. We're using the arms and the legs here, so press strong into your feet. And release it down. Tent or butterfly. So butterfly, the knees fall open. Tent, the knees drop in. And then bringing those hands onto your knees, hug your knees in. You can rock side to side, draw circles, massage your back onto the floor. Reach and lengthen it back out. Big stretch, fingertips to toes. And then coming back onto your stomach. Pressing back up into your plank. So press, curl the toes under, active through those thighs, pressing up one strong unit. Downward dog. Hands. And then go ahead and bend your knees, lift your heels, drop your knees down to the floor. So sitting with those toes curled under, if that's an option for you. If not, you can flatten out the feet or you can come up tall, kneeling. Gomukhasana arms. We're going to draw that left elbow up, the right elbow under. And switching sides. One side may be easier than the other. You can also grab a tie or a strap if that clasp of the hands isn't accessible today. Release the hands, bring the feet forward, tap the tops of the feet onto the floor, and then crisscrossing your feet, coming back onto your hips, back onto your sits bones. Navasana boat pose. So imagine if somebody's got their hand on your lower back, giving you a little lift and a boost, long through the spine. Feet can be down, hands can be behind the thighs for support. Legs can be extended and reaching. We're gonna go low boat, slow boat, and lift. Two more here. Coming up and pause at the top. Lowering the feet down to the floor. And then we're coming into our seated pigeon. Our right foot's going to come up and over our left. Release it back out. We're going into our Navasana boat pose again. So shoulders back, chest open, hands are going to reach forward. Again, those toes can be down on the floor. We're going right archer's arm, draw it back. Roll the shoulders back, the chest opens. Come back to the center, other side. Those knees are staying into the center, that way the twist is coming from our obliques. Come back to the center, we've got one more time each side. To center. And center. Lowering the feet down, this time the left foot coming up and over, that pigeon and seated. If you need more space between your hip and your heel, a little less intensity, you can rock side to side, you can stay in place. And release it out. We're gonna roll onto our backs. Draw your right knee in towards your chest. Hold onto it with just your left hand and let it roll over to the side. Let the shoulders be heavy. Your inhale draws you back in towards center. And we'll switch sides. Left knee coming in, right leg going long. And then using your right hand, draw that knee over to the side. Coming back to the center. I'm going to turn to the side so you can see my upper body a little bit better on this next one. Hug your knees in towards your torso. Reach and lengthen those legs up overhead. If it's accessible, you're going to reach for the calves or the big toes. Come up onto your shoulder blades and just a nice massage of your back. And soften the knees. And roll yourself all the way down. Shavasana. Let your feet fall open, your arms to be heavy. Notice maybe one hand on belly, one hand on collarbone if you want a little bit more feedback of your breath. But notice your ribs, your diaphragm rise and fall with your inhales and your exhales. What can you let go of? What extra thoughts, distractions? As you allow your body to get heavy, just melting into your mat. Gently start to move your fingers, move your toes. Bend your arms, your knees, come over onto a side to press your up to seated. Bringing yourself up to seated. Crisscross or Sukhasana easy pose if that's an option for you. We'll inhale, draw the arms and reach. Exhale, hands come to heart center. Let the thumbs plug in towards your sternum. Thank you all for tuning in to share your practice today. Namaste.